Let's play Magic Arena episode 7, well, bonus episode 17. So, yeah, my original plan was to play only one quick draft Omniscience Duskmorn, but it went so well both times so far that I'm already doing a third episode, and it might not be the last one. Obviously, it depends on how well it goes. I believe if I get suddenly a bad score, maybe I will be like thinking about stopping playing that, as it costs some gold. But I hit platinum already, and I have still plenty of gold to use until end of the month, before the ranking season reset. So why not? I can just try and play another one, and maybe another one. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, it's 2 days out there now, this format, so people will know what is going on. However, it's Sunday, so maybe there are some people who are joining and not yet aware of how to draft it. So they could be easy prey for the first few rounds, right? And obviously I can also miss good cards in draft, and then it will be all gone, right? I will start as usually with some reroll. Yeah, cast 20 creature spells. I guess it's going to happen today. I can't play around that, I think. And what I really like, because there's like no deck building, and gameplay is quite simple, I have to say, in that format. So the most interesting part for me in this draft is the draft part. Like, I think everything happens there. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what do we have here? Like, from the cards that I actually like, if I would be drafting Duskmore, obviously the Unstoppable Slasher is my pick, but for that format, the only card that makes sense for me is Fear of Isolation to bounce rooms. Okay, there is Winter, somewhat useful. Still, maybe I will pick it, as I really don't see anything better here. Oh, grab the prices here. Yeah, but I would. Yeah, that's the thing. This requires game to take some time, right? And that one is immediate. I will take the grab the price then. Okay, what do we have here? Does anything draw any card? No, the closest thing to drawing cards is the Underwater Tunnel. It's kinda bad pack. That one is better. I think like the Fear of Impostors is the top pick here. Yeah. Then the obviously Drowned Diner, that's like the top card in that set. And now obviously the Rickety Gazebo. Like, no really need to think about it. Found footage. Twist reality. I'm fanatic of the harrowing. I think at this point is a little better. Yeah, that was the bad pack, I guess. So I will pick like anything. Doesn't matter. Yeah, from that I can believe that maybe the that's tough one. Like, I think found footage is the best if nothing else happens, but Fear of Infinity like can combo off with some other cards, right? So still I will pick found footage. I think like cycling is better. Okay, Spectral Snatcher. Found footage. Okay. Pack number 2. Do we have any card drawing? Like, I don't know, Friendly Teddy is relevant, but Bottomless Pool can bounce a creature. Yeah, I can bounce Fear of Isolation. Okay, I already have it, so maybe we'll be able to play around that. Oh, that's one. Okay, that vanished from sight. That's the only thing I can see here. Oh, really? Those packs are not good. Yeah, what else can I take here? Like, I will just pick the strongest creature here. Right? That's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, another drowned diner, so great. Here I have the found footage once again, and I think nothing else actually. Now I have a defiled crypt, but the grab the price is there, so, and Fear of Impostors, I will take the grab the price in that case. Nothing, literally nothing of. Yeah, pick some uncommon, mostly for collection. Yeah, maybe some Trampler. Now it's the time for Teddy. Yeah, I can take. Or maybe that could be have some potential still. Yeah, the biggest creature. Grab the price, obvious pick. Okay, so that was very weak pack. However, I have the third pack and looks so far rather great. Get out Meat Locker, that's a lot of good stuff. Fortunately, all in one pack. So from that pack, once again, there's like only found footage. But I have another Meat Locker. That's fourth one, so that's great. That is so great. Shroud Stomper seems nice. Glimmerburst or Attic. Attic could be bounced. Glimmerburst draws immediately. I think, like, from my perspective, Attic could be a little better. And okay, that's now it's very good. And now Glimmerburst is perfect. Oh, sixth one. Okay, I feel like taking it out is better right there. Nothing here basically as well. Okay, so the last pack really saved me, I think. Still, I don't feel like it's strong enough. I don't have much bounce. I have only like 2 counter spells, which could be dangerous. I have 6. So if my opponent has no interaction, they are doomed. But obviously, I have to play a basic land, right? That's so stupid. But 6 diners means that I can actually get rid of anything that I don't want. Funny thing that my deck is white, apparently, because I have 1 white land. So I feel like the plan is always the same. Draw my deck, counter my opponent, discard their cards. Oh, that is a crazy one. But I feel like I would try it because I have Surveil 2, then draw a card, and I can bounce whatever Yeah, I have 6 diners, right? So I have a lot of cards that would do I mean, yeah, grab the price on top. Oh, but I can't bounce it. Still, I have like, yeah, I still have something to do, right? So maybe I will not deal damage, but I will still. Yeah, exactly. I had a chance to draw the diner, and from now on, maybe I will play 3 diners and my opponent will just concede. We'll see. I have 6 of them, so what should I discard? Diner number 5. What is going on here? Shroud Stomper, obviously. I don't know what should I do right now. Like, maybe I will try to mill my opponent. I don't feel like it is happening. I mean, I need to get rid of my opponent's hand, right? My opponent still having a lot of cards. Okay, yeah, that's enough. I mean, I was quite sure that my opponent will decide to stop playing after seeing diner number 5, but so even if I got the planes in my initial hand, then it was like, oh, seriously. Actually, I'm looking at the timer and it seems like it's only 13 minutes in, so it appears that seeing a lot of diners makes draft definitely quicker. But I didn't start with diner in my hand, I think, right? That was... Obviously 6 diners means that I have better chance to start with diner in my hand, so... No, that's not that good. My opponent is starting, I will keep it. We'll see if I get a chance to play. I don't have a counter spell, but if I survive... Okay, that's not that strong. Not worried yet. Okay, that means that my opponent... Okay. Oh, if my opponent counters, then I'm also countering, so no worries here. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like I need... Yeah, I think I need to get rid of both of those. I need another... Yeah, that's my card. But still, at this point, I don't think like... Yeah, I need to pass the turn. I have a counter spell, which makes it a little easier for me, but yeah. I think it's not a good start. Okay, my opponent's also not having a nice one. So let's see what happens. And that one is obviously for a draw spell, right? So. And actually I can use bottomless pool to... Okay. Is it countered? Like, that's seriously most critical moment of the game, right? No, it worked, so... Yeah, my opponent can manifest, but they don't have any other draw spell. So there will be my chance to take off. No, I won't block, I don't worry about that. Yeah, they have some removal, but does it matter? Oh, my opponent has some cards in their hand, but they are not wanting to play them. Okay. So what do they target? Okay. I'm fine with that. That is surprisingly close to the actual game of Magic. We are, you know, attacking creatures, attacking with creatures. Yeah, I will play everything that I have in my hand. I'm not able to use the found footage. I have to count on my opponent not drawing anything relevant. I have 6 diners, come on. Yeah, I'm taking the damage. Okay, yeah. Should I do it? At this point I don't believe the Scrabbling Skullcrab changes much, so gazebo is great, right? So okay. Maybe I will take off. Okay. Feel like I will discard that guy anyway. That is better. Now we can start with lockers. Okay, I think I won the game already. Because if I... Yeah, basically if I... Yeah, good game. You can basically... Yeah. You can give up. Yeah, it's like I tap the blocker and I win, right? Okay, so like I have 6 diners and yeah, it took me some time to get one. Obviously, getting 3 cards out of 40 doesn't mean that it's a big chance, but I have like that deck has a pretty good chance to start with 1 diner in this hand. Like 6 is a lot. Come on, how much more can you get? And I go first and starting with Attic, but that hand is perfect, I think. I mean, even if my opponent counters Attic, I have so much to do. Okay, my opponent's not countering Attic, which means my opponent is not having counter spell probably. Okay, I need to discard some useless stuff. Okay, another diner. Okay, what is my opponent card that they are thinking so much? I will discard Emerge from Cocoon. Okay, I finally have a counter spell. It took me some time. I have 11 cards in my library, so I have to be careful. It's like I will deck myself far quicker than my opponent. Okay. 8 cards. Shroud Stomper will make it one less. 7, okay, so... Oh, no, I will just play Glimmer Burst. Five cards, okay, so... Four cards, okay, so at this point I will just play my creatures. Still I can actually... Yeah, I bounce that guy. And play it again. I will draw another card, yeah, but my opponent has to discard a card. Okay, I feel like that one I can't actually play it any longer. So. Okay, so let's go. What do you do? Okay, so you have a useless creature, and I can't. When I counter your spell, then you are done. Or I don't even counter that one. Okay, I will just attack and then let's take. Oh, let's go to the next game, right? Quite risky. I was quite close of milling myself, but I want to make it as optimal as possible. Oh, the funny thing is like the final set of creatures in your deck is always random, right? But it doesn't really matter because once you get rid of opponent's hand, prepare with some counter, then you can attack with anything. And I'm 3-0, and this deck looks very strong. So I did 7-0, 6-3. Not sure what is going on right now. 3-0 start. Let's see what happens. Obviously, I can't always have enough luck. However, I would say that some of my less lucky games already happened. Do we start with the... Okay. So the thing is, like, my opponent had to counter that one, but does my opponent has another counter? No, 2 cards. Counter? No. Okay. I got another diner. Yeah, go. This card is useless stuff. Okay, now my opponent has no interaction as it seems, so... But I drew a very bad stuff, so... Okay, a chance. Yeah, Fear of Isolation works. Give me a diner, please. No. Sharp Stomper. Seems quite good. Okay. And I have to stop at this, right? So my opponent got their chance. I will activate that. Yeah, I would like to get that card, but... Oh, actually I can counter my opponent. That could be devastating if my opponent has no other card draw, because I countered the 2 cards, basically. Whoa! That... yeah, I didn't saw it first, but... now it becomes obvious, like being able to counter the card that discards first and draws 2 cards, that's a strong one, right? Obviously they are mostly discarding something useless, but here we go, I'm at 4-0. So yeah, so once again, I've read on Reddit how random is that format, and yeah, I know that's a small sample because it's like 3rd event, but I don't really see it. Like, you can definitely help your chances. Okay, I will start with found footage. Okay, most likely no interaction on my opponent's side. Oh, that's so great. I will pick the diner, obviously. Discard whatever. I will grab the prize. No. Yeah, I will play found footage first. Or maybe there is some interaction and my opponent is just clicking very quickly. Okay. Diner number 2. I mean, the first one got like bored after diner number 5, right? Okay, obvious. Plains is obvious discard. Grab the prize. Okay. I can play that Sharp Stomper already. Diner number 3. Yeah, I will discard the dagger. Okay, start reducing the amount of opponent cards in hand. Great, I have 2 counter spells right now. What should be my next play? I think like I should play this. Okay, now I feel like I should... Oh no, no, that's wrong. Seriously. But good cards are going here, so... Yeah, I will return that and that. Found footage will not help me at this point. Okay, my opponent is saying nice, which I expect that is a getting closer to giving up. 10 cards in my library. I think I could just bounce something. Snatch makes a lot of sense. And go. Yeah. And the conclusion is I give up, right? And I totally understand that. If my hand is reduced to 0 and I don't drawing spell, then what else I'm going to do, right? I mean, the playing from that point is useless. Okay, I'm starting to getting uncommons, right? Okay, so I'm at 5 and 0, and deck is very going strong. I believe like I only once like unlock the full potential of that deck. I mean, maybe the full potential would be playing the Scarab turn 1 and milling opponents to 0, right? But I feel like I'm also milling myself very quickly. Once again, I'm not seeing how it is that random. Like, yeah, obviously, if you don't have interaction like counter spells, then you are very vulnerable on draw. And right now I'm on draw. I feel like I should actually mulligan. And my opponent did take a mulligan, so I will take a mulligan. Yeah, that's just a little bit better, but still weak. I will keep that. I have the... I'm lucky enough that I'm able to draw. I mean... Okay. Opponent can actually activate that to draw a card. Yeah, that's useless. That's something that keeps them going. 2 cards, maybe they are able to start. Attic, okay. Yeah, so at this point already, I think I could be going into the 5 and 1, right? Because, yeah, Attic into Diner. Four cards in hand, another Attic, yeah. I mean, if my opponent is able to discard my entire hand or counter my grab the prize, then I'm done, right? That's obviously true, and that's what always happens to my opponents so far. But hey, this guy has to also have like a 5 and 0 score, so okay, cracked skull. I'm losing grab the prize. Yeah. Another Attic, yeah. So while I was the Diner Master, this one was Attic Master. Like, it reminds me the deck from yesterday when I was like having 4 Attics and the Attic was was presented as main card of my deck. It was quite crazy. Snatcher, okay, so my opponent is playing creatures. I mean, at this point, if they have a counter spell, even drawing a Diner doesn't help me, right? So they will sacrifice this to deal to. Oh yeah, that's also what I play. I can manifest something. Looks like my opponent has no card draw at this point, but does it really help me? Oh no. Okay, so I can play both of my cards. I probably should concede at this point, but I don't think that the game will take much time anyway. one diner, triple attic, like. Just say it's over before without saying it's over, right? Yeah, I mean, I totally sympathize with the way my opponent built this deck. Like this is what I would do, right? That's funny. So is it 18? Like 50? Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so wasn't that painful at all. Five and 1. Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect this run to be flawless anyway, right? And 5 wins is crazy good, considering that the format is known and only people who play it most likely at the level of 5 wins or more. There are people who know what they are doing, right? So yeah, I'm on draw. So I have a great hand, but do I survive to use it? My opponent not mulliganing, so probably starting with attic. Into another attic, obviously. Into third attic, obviously. It's funny. Another guy with attics. Okay, he's searching for another attic. No, that's suddenly. Snatcher. Okay, bouncing to attics, obviously. I think it's good that my opponent used to get out so they can't counter my drowned diner. But still, if they have the cards to discard my hand, then it will be over very soon. However, if my opponent doesn't like take off like entire game from that point, then I'm in a far better position to potentially mill them. But I can't believe that my opponent has no counter spells at this point. Exactly, discard 2 cards. So I'm left with 1 diner. Great uncommon, by the way. I would pick that if I have it, if I've seen it. 2 more cards. So what saves me here is like if I get the Scarab very quickly and I'm able to play the diner, right? And my opponent is left with not a lot of cards in their deck, which will happen, and obviously diner can't be countered, right? But I don't think like my opponent with the deck like this doesn't have any counter spells. Like, oh, it's crack skulls. So now I have to. Okay, now I have to top deck a diner into not being countered. So that's a little complicated. My opponent should also have like Extrusator, right? That would be crazy. Come on, draw more cards. Oh. come on, that's a dangerous zone. Oh no, they can they can put cards back into their library. So what would be the funniest turn of events if I draw Diner, it doesn't get countered? Oh, Attic is also nice, but it still needs to not be countered, right? So yeah, exactly. And once it is countered, the game is over. I mean, that's what I do, so I know what my opponent is doing. He got his chance to do it first. It happens. What can I say? It would be very unfair if I would be salty about that, right? Because that's what I would do to that player if I was going first, especially with the hand tie. I mean, what is a little unlucky is that I got that almost perfect, I think close to perfect hand being on draw, right? So if I would rather keep something like some shitty hand and instead like saves that hand so to some game where I'm playing first, right? But hey, maybe it will be better next time. If not, it will be still a nice score, 5 and 2 to 5 and 3. Well, not perfect, but still 5-3 is a good win percentage. Interesting nickname. I go first and I have a droned diner. So crazy. Do we get a counter? No. So it's safe to assume that if my opponent is not countering the diner, then they probably don't have counter spells. Okay, time for Attic. So at this point, game looks very well, because I can actually mill a lot of my opponent's deck. And if I mill a lot of my opponent's deck, they will be having trouble with setting anything up, even if I give them the turn, right? So yeah, that's enough, right? I mean, my opponent saw what happens next. Like, yeah, I had fun. It was quick, but I had fun. I'm at 6 and 2. So basically, I was bouncing Fear of Isolation to bounce my diner to play the diner, and then that's like too much to handle. I understand. Like the first opponent was very. I would have to say it was very resistant. They were able to fight until they saw fifth diner. So quite a lot. And now it's whatever happens is the final game. What is funny that even though yesterday I went the whole like nine games, right? It's like the highest number, 7-2 or 6-3. It gives nine games. It took about 80 minutes, and right now I'm going into the final game, and I'm at just 51 minutes. So the format got quicker. Like really, I was drafting very quickly, and my opponents are very quickly able to assess the situation and decide if it's worth playing or not. Maybe I could concede a little earlier, right? But I generally don't like conceding in events. I think like that hand is playable, so I will keep it. My opponent is not happy with their hand, which is great, but obviously I can get countered. I start with Glimmer Burst, taking cards. Okay, my opponent, maybe they have Get Out, but they don't have the Twist Reality. If there is a counter spell, it goes now. No. No counter spell. Diner number 1. Operational. I throw the soul. I play the footage. I mean, if I don't draw anything relevant, I will just use the vanish from side to bounce. Okay, that's great. Diner number 2. Yeah, at this point, like, I discard 1 footage, right? Because I don't need it. Okay, that game should be mine at this point. Okay, diner number 3. So my opponent is still alive after 2 diners and 1 attic. So a lot of toughness in my opponent. But at some point it will be too much for anybody. Yes. Shroud Stopper. I'll grab the prize. And another grab the prize with Teddy. Great, I have the counter spell in my hand, which is great. I can... So I can be less... Yeah, I will return 2 diners in my hand. Okay, discard this, play this. Okay, so I think like I'm getting closer to a setup where I can pass the turn. Because I can actually force my opponent to discard the entire hand. Great. I will play that one. Should I play? I'm still able to play something. But should I? Oh, I will play that one to set up a win for the next turn. And I think I can potentially just pick 2 more cards. Yeah, at this point I will even play creatures. So I have 2 diners in my hand. I don't think I can use them as diners. I will still like take the footage. Just not to waste mana. That's funny. I won't do anything about that. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 7 and 2. Oh, I forgot about that part. So I lost 2 games in a row. I was on draw. My opponent was able to discard my hand and counter whatever I was able to do. And now the situation is on the other side. My opponent was on draw without counter spells, and I just took off, removed their hand, and the game is over. In total it will be a little less than 60 minutes. I mean, I'm adding this I'm playing this event pretty early on Sunday, and it feels like I would still like to do another one today. It would be quite funny if I would do like on Sunday 2 events with 7 wins, and then I got like an almost entire set of weekly wins done. I can't stop playing that format, not sure why. Like, goodbye. So the funny thing is, like, I'm like only 3 wins from a diamond rank. I never expected to be so close to diamond. Hey, maybe I will just do it. Okay. Ah, nice mythic rare. Right. Okay, I will just save the deck. I usually do the take the screen for a deck that went 7 wins. Another almost 1000 gems and 2 Duskmourn packs. And that's all for, I would say, not for today, but for that episode. Thank you.